Hey everyone, it's Tom here with Bunny Media. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Is blogging dead? Honestly, this is a question people have been asking every year for the last decade or longer, and to be fair, it's a pretty good question. I mean, according to Letterly, there's something like 7.5 million blog posts published every single day. Every day. This is an insane amount of content out there, and so it kind of begs the question, like, is blogging dying? Is it too competitive? Is it too late to start? And can you actually make money and get results with your own blog? Well, blogs can be a very valuable source of traffic and revenue for your business, but you have to follow the right blogging strategies if you have a hope of succeeding with all of this competition. So in this video, we're covering why blogging isn't dead, but the 5 critical blogging mistakes you need to avoid if you want to find success. So by the end of this video, you'll know how to run a successful blog, how to make money with your blog, and how to avoid some of the common pitfalls bloggers face that ultimately end up with their blogs dying. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so first things first, we're kind of going to address why this question of, are blogs dying is kind of the wrong question to be asking. So people have been asking this question for years, but really a blog is just a medium to communicate content to people. That's it. I mean, blogs are no different than YouTube, social media, podcasts in this regard. So it's not so much are blogs dead and, an unsuccessful medium to communicate. It's how do you get more eyeballs on your blog? How do you get traffic? How do you get conversions? And how do you actually make a blog work for your business? And so to answer these questions, let's dive into some of the most common blogging mistakes people make and how you can fix them. All right, so one of the first blogging mistakes that is definitely going to kill your blog is not writing with SEO or search engine optimization in mind. Now, SEO is a very complex topic and I'm not going to dive into it fully in this video, but really at the base level, one common blogging mistake people make is they don't write with a target keyword when they write blog content. Search engines like Google want to show the most relevant content possible to users to create a good experience. And so if you're kind of just writing a jumbled blog post that's not really targeting one specific question or topic, you're not really going to rank that well. And this is honestly true for any blogging niche. You need to create content that your audience is actively looking for if you want to get eyeballs on your page and eventually conversions or revenue. And so we have a lot of content on this channel about how to research winning keywords, using free tools or using our favorite paid tool, SEMrush, as an example. So I'm going to be linking that video above if you want to watch. But again, you have to, at the very fundamental level, target a specific keyword with your blog content if you want a chance of success. But on that note, targeting one keyword with your blog content isn't necessarily a recipe for success. Another common mistake you see a lot of blogs make, and particularly business-based blogs, is their content just isn't long enough or good enough. So in other words, a lot of blogs fail and end up dying because the content they're creating isn't comprehensive enough. It's not really up to snuff to actually rank on Google and to beat out competitors in their niche. And so that begs the question, and this is a common theme of this topic, you're gonna encounter more questions the more questions you ask, but that kind of begs the question, how long should your blog post be? And well, the answer is as long as it has to be, and I'll give you an example of what I mean. When you target a specific keyword, you have to add as much value as you can to that post. And that means answering any question or relevant, topic that relates to that keyword that your audience might want to know. And so one example I found on this topic that I love is for the keyword, do bananas go bad? And this might sound like a keyword that is a 50-word blog post or 100-word blog post, like, yeah, bananas go bad in 5 days, like eat them quick, get rid of them, that's how bad. And so honestly, this might sound like a blog post that could be 100 words, like, oh, bananas go bad in 5 days, eat them quickly, or get rid of them, like that kind of thing. But you'd be amazed at what's ranking on Google for this keyword. I mean, one of the top ranking posts on this keyword is from Glad, a company that makes freezer bags or garbage bags and, saran wrap and stuff like that. And this blog post is like 600 to 800 words, and it talks about when bananas go bad, but also, tips on how to freeze them, how to keep them longer, or recipes you can use, with your bananas as they're going bad. So you think about a simple keyword like do bananas go bad, and you look at what that blog post has actually done. It's talked about the topic at hand, but it's given solutions to the audience. So that's value, it's answering the question, and that's why it's ranking well on Google. So if you're new to blogging, really, you can spy on the competition here. You can figure out what they're doing in terms of their SEO, how they're targeting keywords, what kind of questions they're answering with their content, and that should give you a good idea if your blogging content is comprehensive enough and if you're on the right track. Okay, and so the second common blogging mistake people make is just not adding value. So like we just talked about, value is really the purpose of a lot of blog posts because content really has one of two purposes. You're either entertaining people or you're informing them. And so unless you're writing comedy, you better be adding some value into your blog posts. And again, this is another common blogging problem you see with a lot of business-based blogs or lifestyle blogs. Like I'm sure you've seen this before. Like a business might write a blog post like, our holiday Christmas party, here's the cheesecake we made, or some lifestyle blogger will write some kind of like rant about a particular subject or like their get ready with me morning routine, but not really target any keywords. And it's kind of just a jumble of content that no one really cares about, to be frank. So again, this is why writing with a keyword in mind is so important, because it outlines kind of the framework of what your blog post is about, and then you can figure out how to add value and answer the questions people are most curious about within your content. So one of our tips here is to kind of do a content audit of all of your blog posts. So go through every post you've written on your website right now and look if you're actually targeting a keyword with a piece of content, and then ask yourself, is this really providing value? Am I helping people solve a problem? Am I informing them about something? And if one of those answers is no, like you're not targeting a keyword or you're not providing value, you know what to fix. All right, and a third common blogging mistake people make is not capturing leads with their content. So if you're blogging to make money, like you run a niche blog or an Amazon affiliate blog or something like that, not capturing leads basically means you're not really building your email list. And an email list is incredibly valuable for bloggers because it's something you control. So as you build your email list, you can get reliable traffic and conversions from that list, even if Google algorithms or social media isn't really performing in your favor. As for business blogs, it's a similar story. You should really be using your email list or some CRM component to capture leads that you can then send to your sales team and you can convert into customers. And so this might sound kind of complicated, but honestly, pretty much any email marketing software these days lets you develop some sort of lead magnet to capture leads with, so you can follow up with them. And lead magnets really don't have to be that complicated. You can give a free ebook, you can run giveaways, host webinars or something like that. You can even make a downloadable checklist that people can download, but they have to give their email in order to get access to. So yeah, pretty much any major email marketing service provider will let you do this, and we have content on the channel like our MailerLite review or our MooseSend review, so you can check those out if you're looking for a new email service provider to start capturing some leads and building your email list. All right, one fourth and honestly very simple reason blogs die and don't perform well is just inconsistency. Now, you don't have to write blog contents every day or even every other day to be successful, but you have to have a consistent blogging strategy that you follow or your blog is definitely going to die. So our suggestion here is really to build a content roadmap that outlines all of the blog post ideas you have, the keywords you're going to target, and kind of an approximate publishing date you want to hit. And really the main reason to do this is if you don't know the topic you're writing about tomorrow or in a week's time, it's so easy to just brush off blogging because you still have all of that research to do. And next thing you know, it's been 5 weeks and you haven't published a blog post. So personally, I use a simple Google spreadsheet to track all of my upcoming post ideas, the keywords, approximate article length, and when I want to publish them. You can keep things simple. It doesn't have to be very complex, but that's our suggestion. Use a tool like SEMrush, do all of your keyword research up front, build a content roadmap, and then try your best to stick to it because consistency is key with blogging, and this strategy should honestly help out a lot on that front. All right, and a fifth and final common blogging mistake people make is not repurposing their best content. And just off of the bat, you're doing yourself a huge disservice if you don't repurpose your best content, because if you have content on your blog right now that's getting leads or conversions or clearly, doing well, people are commenting, sharing it on social media, you've done something right, so you might as well, squeeze every ounce of value you can out of your best content. And so there's really a lot of easy kind of low-hanging fruit ideas here you can turn to start repurposing content. Some of the basic ones would be transforming blog posts into social media posts or into TikTok content. Another one I'm a big fan of is taking those best posts and kind of making an email blast around that post, but it's a bit more of a tease and it gets people to visit your website to get all of the details. Now, if you're looking for a more serious way to repurpose content, you can turn your best blog posts into YouTube videos. Again, we have lots of content on this channel about how to market a business on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, so there are strategies you can use to create content on these platforms, get more eyeballs, and then get more conversions for your business. Really, our main word of caution here is just to do content repurposing the right way. So it's very easy to write a blog post and then try to transform it into 1,000 different things, but each platform has its own twist and you have to put in the effort if you want to make good content for a platform. So our tip is really just to kind of start slow, write your blog posts or create content on whatever platform you prefer and try repurposing it to one other channel, see how it performs, kind of adapt and improvise as you go along, and eventually you'll know how to create content on 2 platforms that performs, and you can keep scaling from there. All right, guys, so I hope this video has helped clarify why we don't think blogging is dead or even close to being dead, but why we also think it's very important to follow some blogging strategies if you want to find success. Again, millions of blog posts are published every day. Most will never get traffic or most will never rank on Google or really see the light of day, so there's a lot of content out there. Most of it isn't a hit, and so you have to have some strategies if you want to succeed. And really, one final tip we'd like to give is that once you find something that works, keep doing more of what works. Blogging is really a case of testing, retesting, seeing what your audience likes and doesn't like, and scaling over time as you find strategies that work for your business and for your niche. It might take months or probably years for your blog to really become a hit, but if you never start and you don't stay consistent, you're never going to know what's possible. So there's never been a better time to start a blog than now, so you might as well get to it. Anyways, guys, I hope you have enjoyed. If you want to leave a like or a comment letting us know what you think about this video, or if you're starting a blog this year, definitely do so. We always love to hear feedback from people. I hope you all have a wonderful day. This has been Tom Blake with Bunny Media, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.